Alright, what's up everyone, David here. Today we are going to talk about one game and one game only. That being, of course, Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne HD Remastered, as previews for the game are finally out. There's a couple of reviewers and news outlets that have already been provided with a review copy from Atlus West, and they've been playing the game for a couple of hours now. The embargo is very strict, so they haven't played a lot of the game, but there's still a lot of interesting previews out there that you guys can read when it comes to Nocturne HD Remastered. Now, those previews, of course, came with a couple of new information about the game. Now, if you haven't watched my Before You Buy video of Nocturne HD, I highly recommend checking it out. I think a lot of my viewers enjoyed that video, and I personally think it's a pretty good video of mine, so I'll link it down in the description below. Don't hesitate to check it out to know everything about Nocturne HD. But today, I'm going to talk about the little details that we learned today, or yesterday, should I say. Now, first thing that we learned is that all versions of the game are running at 1080p, 30 frames per second locked. Yep, you heard me correctly. Now, the Steam version, the PC version of the game is also locked at 30. So even if you have the highest specs of all time on your PC, you're going to be running at a stable 30 frames per second. Oh, and also one of the reviewers that got a copy, I unfortunately don't have the name right now. I am very sorry about that. You can absolutely let me know down in the comment sections below who said that, but there's an employee at Atlus that confirmed to one of the reviewers that they purposely locked it at 30 frames. I have no clue why. It feels weird to me, but Atlus West confirmed that it was intended. So if you guys have an idea of why they might have done that, let me know down in the comment sections below. I'm not a tech guy, so I really can't tell, but still interesting to see that all versions are going to be running the same for Nocturne HD and resolution and frame rate. Another cool thing that they also confirmed, and I know some of you will be happy to hear this, is that you can actually switch your English voice acting to Japanese voice acting for the game. If you think Japanese voices over your game is better for Nocturne HD, for example, you can absolutely do so. I keep hearing some people saying that Japanese voices are better in games than English voice acting, so hey, it's an option. I don't know if you can completely turn off the voice acting though, but I don't really see why you would want to do that personally. Now, I would recommend keeping the English voice acting on because we have a fantastic cast of voice actors for the English voice acting in Nocturne HD. So a couple of voice actors went out of their way and confirmed today that they're going to have roles in Nocturne HD. There's a couple of voice actors that are going to be on the project that I'm a big fan of, so I want to highlight some of them and give you guys an idea of which role they did in the past that maybe you've heard of. So let's start right away with, of course, Christian Lamonte playing as none other than Demi-Fiend in the game, so that's going to be super dope. If you don't know, Christian played Ignatz in Fire Emblem Three Houses, great role there. He was also the director of the English voice acting team for 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim, game by Vanillaware, published by Atlus, that came out last year. Amazing game, fantastic voice acting in this game. So he was the director behind them, so of course he has experience there. And he also has a lot of voices in the One Punch Man series, so that's also very cool. And of course he has a ton of other roles, but those were the highlights that I wanted to bring up today. Next up is actually a favorite of mine. Laura Post is going to be playing Yuko. Laura is actually the best girl in 13 Sentinels. She plays Yuki Takamiya. Fantastic job that she did on Yuki for 13 Sentinels. Loved it. She also played Kasumi in Persona 5 Royal, which I know most of you are familiar with. She played Catherine in Fire Emblem Three Houses, and she has a ton of other roles in other games and series, including like Octopath Traveler and games like that. So very talented here. Next up is Ray Chase. He plays Goto. That's right, he plays Goto, Raido's cat. So we'll have a new voice actor. This is not the same voice actor that voiced Goto in Soul Hackers on the 3DS. There's English voice acting in this one, so don't confuse them. He's different. He's doing Goto, but he's also doing the Subway announcer, which is very funny. He brought this up on Twitter because he's also the Subway announcer in Persona 5. So just a funny little fact here that I wanted to point out. He has a massive role in Final Fantasy, playing none other than Prince Noctis, Eve in Nier Automata, and Artorias Goldbrande from Tales of Berseria. My last voice actor that I want to point out today is Chris Acne. Chris Acne actually has a ton of roles in Nocturne HD, which is great to see. He's going to be doing the Collector, Mannequin, Black Rider, the Trumpeter, and he said a couple of other roles, but we don't know which roles yet. So very cool there. If you don't know, Chris is actually playing Blastman in Mega Man 11, Illumi in the Hunter x X movie from 2018, and a big role in Fire Emblem Three Houses once again with Dimitri. So wow, we have a fantastic lineup of English voice actors for Nocturne HD. We've seen a couple of trailers, we knew it would be great, but listening to the new trailers and seeing who's behind the roles, I'm extremely confident that the English voice acting for Nocturne HD is going to be super dope. Now, I can't confirm anything yet, guys, but I am working and trying to get a review code myself from Atlas West for Nocturne HD. I would really like to have this opportunity. I don't know yet if I will have it, but they have my candidature right now, so hopefully we get a review copy so I can cover the game before launch. That would be dope. If we don't have one, it's alright too. I will absolutely cover the game once it drops, as I will be picking it up day one. So that's it for this very small and quick news episode today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the little new information that we got on Nocturne HD. I cannot wait to hear the English voice acting cast for this game. It seems like at least we have good actors in this port of Nocturne, which would make it, in my opinion, the definitive edition of the game. Are you guys excited with the new information that we got today? Drop a comment below and please let me know. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, drop a like, it helps a ton. And if you're new to the channel, I cover everything Shin Megami Tensei, Persona, and Atlas, especially when it comes to news, so don't hesitate to subscribe. And most importantly, don't forget to ring the little bell icon to get notified every single time that I upload. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.